Sup everyone, this is Rita aka 范老师 your Mandarin accent coach and Chinese teacher. I broke 1,000 followers. Actually, it's 1,500 now. Yay! So like I promised, I made a second video about le, breaking down some confusing uses that you definitely need to know. More importantly, I just found a perfect example from this year's Spring Festival Gala, where even Chinese natives were confused with the almighty le.
他刚说什么？放盐了？是不是让我往锅里放盐？
好像是啊，这是。
你看，
这怎么能是让他放盐的意思呢？
啊，
放盐了啊，是不是已经放过盐的意思了？
好像也是。
I'm gonna walk you through how to add some words to avoid confusion, what other uses le has, and also when, where, and how to use it like a native speaker. And you know how to improve your Mandarin Chinese faster? Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for Chinese learning tips that you won't find anywhere else. 3、2、1，订阅了吗？ Let's get started. Alright, let's start with something we already know. When le is a perfect aspect marker, i.e., it indicates the completion of an action. Basically, it's a verb suffix used right after a verb in the middle of a sentence, and this shows that an action was completed in the past, present, or future. The basic structure is just verb plus le. Let's look at a couple examples. Subject plus verb le, adjective, and noun. 我刚吃了好多好吃的. I just ate a lot of delicious food. Subject verb le, noun, the noun. 我刚吃了我的早饭. I just ate my breakfast. Subject verb le, number, measure word, and noun. 我刚吃了2盘菜. I just ate 2 plates of food.
小不点儿也长成了一个帅小伙。小不点儿也长成了一个帅小伙。
And finally, subject verb le, time, duration, and noun. 我吃了30分钟饭. Or 我吃了30分钟的饭. I ate for 30 minutes. Or I had a 30-minute meal.
你在冷库里待了多久啊？你在冷库里待了多久啊？
As you can see, except for the time duration structure, all the objects are modified by different kinds of words. And if there's no need to describe the object and we just want to say a simple action is done, we put le at the end of the sentence. Like 我吃饭了. I ate. 我们昨晚看电影了. We watched a movie last night.
我欺负谁了？我欺负谁了？
But if there's another action after first verb is completed, le is still stick to the verb. 我昨天吃了饭，去喝酒了. After I finished eating yesterday, I went to have some drinks. 我下了课给你打电话. I'll call you when I finish class.
杀了人以后，我非常害怕。杀了人以后，我非常害怕。
If you are confused about the Chinese le and what we mean when we say there's no tense in Chinese, check out this video where I talk about what le actually means in most Chinese sentences. Spoiler, it is not and never is a past tense marker, cause there are no tenses in modern Chinese. Alright, moving on, pay attention to this. This is important. A le at the end of a sentence could mean so many different things. Besides indicating completion, like we just said, le often indicates that something has changed or the start of a new state. The sentence structure is usually a statement plus le. Some structures are pretty easy, like just adjective le. 我饿了. I'm hungry now. I weren't before, but now I am. 天暖和了. The weather has warmed up. It wasn't warm before, but now it is.
你不要紧张啊。 咱们已经很熟了，咱们已经很熟了。
There's also noun plus le. 2月了. It's February now. 周末了. It's weekend now.
你都53，你都53。
And subjects 是 blah blah le. 我现在是老师了. I'm a teacher now. I wasn't teacher before, but now I am. 你是大孩子了. You are big kid now. You weren't before, but now you are. And negative words plus le. Basically expressing not anymore. 她不来了. She's not coming anymore. She was going to come, but now she's not. 我不爱他了. I don't love him anymore. 冰箱里没吃的了. There's no more food in the fridge.
你真的不走，假的不走？
不走了，不走了。
我也不花钱了，我也不花钱了，我也不跟人吃饭了，我也不跟人吃饭了。
我实在是没有办法了，我实在是没有办法了。
That being said, we can get some confusion like the phrase 下雨了. It could mean both it rained or it started raining now. So in real conversation, we would add a little more information to eliminate confusion. 现在外面下雨了。It's raining now. 昨天华盛顿下雨了。It rained in Washington, D.C. yesterday. And for a really important use of le, for something that started in the past and is still going on today, what we call the present perfect progressive, i.e., I have been doing something for X period of time. For this special situation, we actually need to add two le. I know, it's kind of messed up. Well, this structure is verb le plus time duration, object if there's any, and le. 我学了1个月西班牙语了。I have been studying Spanish for 1 month. 我在美国住了1年了。I've been living in the U.S. for a year.
我们都挖了好几天了，我们都挖了好几天了。
As for the negative form of it, if someone hasn't done something in X amount of time, the structure is subject plus time duration. 没 verb 了。我很久没来这家餐厅了。I haven't come to this restaurant in a long time. 我1年多没回中国了。I haven't been back to China over a year.
哎呀，好久不见了！哎呀，好久不见了！哎呀。
Got it? It might sound a little confusing, but if you just make a couple more sentences, I'm sure it'll start to make sense. Next up, surprise, surprise, not really. Le also indicates that something will happen really soon, which is usually translated into it's time to do something, like 上课啦, it's time for class, 吃饭了, time to eat.
吃饭了，吃饭了。
我走啦, time to go.
我走了，我走了。
快到了，快到了，快到了，快到了。
Again, to eliminate confusion or to emphasize that someone should do something or something is going to happen shortly, we can add 要 will or 该 should before the verb. 我该上课了，我该走了，我们要吃饭了。Diving deeper in this usage, we can emphasize anything that is happening really soon or earlier than we expected. For that, we use time 就 verb 了。商店马上就关门了。The store's about to close. 我下个月就回中国了。I'm going back to China next month. In just 1 month. Just kidding. It's probably gonna be a while.
明天就开庭了，明天就开庭了。
如果你们想报警的话，早就把相机交给警察了。如果你们想报警的话，早就把相机交给警察了。
And this is my theory without solid evidence. Because le implies the change is taking place soon or the action is going to be realized soon, it also became kind of a modal particle for imperative sentences. What does that mean? When you want to say stop doing something or don't do something, you can use le. Like 别写了, stop writing.
别看了，早点回家吧。别看了，
别撒谎了，别撒谎了。
都别挖了，都别挖了。
不要说了, stop saying that.
以后不要再随便欺负别人了，以后不要再随便欺负别人了。
别忘了点赞. Don't forget to hit like. Now back to the skit to differentiate. I already added salt.
放盐了啊！是不是已经放过盐的意思了？
And time to add salt.
放盐了，是不是让我往锅里放盐？
We can add more particles to clarify the meaning that we want to express. For having done something, 我放过盐了，我放了盐了，我放完盐了。And if it's time to do something, 该放盐了，一会儿要放盐了。
我要回去上课了，我要回去上课了。
Now there are a couple of fixed structures with le as well, like 太 adjective le, which means so or too adjective. 太好了，太贵了。
这个木瓜太棒了，
真的太好了，
这个木瓜太棒了，
真的太好了。
Or adjective 了点，贵了点 a bit too expensive. But these are a lot easier than the major usages I talked about before, so you can just practice these fixed structures on your own. If you are a Chinese teacher, I know quite some Chinese teachers have been watching my channel too. Just don't teach all the usages of le at once, because Chinese words usually have different layers of meanings and functions after being developed over thousands of years. Take it easy and don't scare your students away. If you are a Chinese learner, don't be intimidated by this le. When you read and hear enough example sentences for different usages, they'll start to make sense in your head. 加油！别忘了把这个视频转给学习中文的朋友，点赞或评论都会鼓励我继续做视频。谢谢你们 Remember, with 范老师 Chinese makes perfect sense. See you in the next video. 蹭到牙套了吗？
今儿是下面。